Some might call me crazy, but I saved up sports cards for almost a year to send off to PSA to get graded. When they changed their pricing to $18 in July, I jumped all over it. Today we're going to see part 3 of my 500 card PSA submission. Now if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I would recommend jumping back and then coming to this video. To judge my success, I set 3 goals for this order. Let's see how we're doing so far. My first goal was to have less than 5 cards lower than a PSA 8. We only have 1 so far, so that's pretty good. Goal 2 is to get a 40% PSA 10 ratio. Last order crushed us. We're trailing behind now. And then finally, I want to play the whole order with PSA 10s alone. I'm going to add a counter here in this video so we can track that a little better. All right, we'll move Brett Favre and Kobe Bryant for now. We'll start with Michael Jordan here on the end. All right, so we have a 97 finest Michael Jordan. This is a tough set to grade these finest. I've done fairly well in this order so far. On this one, pulled a PSA 9. So I have a SP Authentic, Kobe Bryant insert. Nice, cool design here, kind of like an acetate almost. PSA 9. So I have one of the Lebron rookies. This one's kind of cool. It has Carmelo Anthony on it, which, fun fact, is also a rookie card for Carmelo. He's in the same draft class. This one pulled a PSA 10. That's actually a pretty nice hit. You know, on all this stuff, right, this is $18 grading, so this isn't crazy huge hits on any of this stuff. But a PSA 10 there, I'd assume, is probably $60, $70 on a $5 card, right? So that always makes sense for me grading here. Like, for instance, here, this is a really nice one again, too. Nice, easy grade with SP Authentic, and then it's a parallel with retail as well, so nice hit there. So there's some Kobe. Nice PSA 10. I was just saying SP Authentic, or sorry, Topps Finest is kind of hard to grade, but again, I've done well on the Kobe's so far. Not Michael Jordan, apparently. Reggie Wayne Gold Refractor PSA 9. These are cool out of 199. And actually, again, I think I've mentioned this. These come encased, but as we've seen so far, I did not do super well on these from what I'm seeing. You know, I didn't see any issues with them, and I cracked them out of the case. No scratches, good centering. I'm not really sure what I was missing, and that's the unfortunate part about grading here. You know, you send all these cards, and you think you look them over good, like this Curry, right? Of course, I get a 10 on this one, but like the Kobe there, I wouldn't send anything that I didn't have a shot at a 10, right? Obviously, I think most of these typically, you know, have a reason to be 9s, right? There's going to be a scratch or some sort of off centering. So I'm not going to complain about the grader too much because he is being fair on these easier to grade cards. It's just kind of crazy to me the difference between paper cards and chrome in this order so far. This one's kind of cool. Kevin Garnett, not a rookie, but a later year insert. Kind of looks like Jambalaya. This is called E-Exceptional Red, and this one actually pulled a PSA 8. Not sure there. Again, I thought it was pretty clean, but obviously with die cut, those can be tough. So, Topps Chrome Tom Brady PSA 9. From here on out, I'm gonna just assume every Topps Chrome is gonna be a 9 until we see otherwise. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep, PSA 9. All right, here we got the score insert for Tom Brady PSA 9. So we have Peyton Refractor, PSA 9, Topps Chrome again, strikes again, PSA 9, Topps Chrome. Name a more iconic duo in this order. So we have a blue press proof Tom Brady, PSA 8. It's getting kind of gross here. I know last video, I think the last one you guys will see, I'm sure I'm going to post them in the order I record them here. It was a little more rough than the first one, just a lot pickier it felt like, and it could just be the boxes that I'm opening. Another Topps Chrome 9, of course, right? I mean, it's probably skewed. I'm sure I'm going to have other ones that I'm going to share that are going to have a lot more 10s, but the last two so far with this one too, it's been a lot of 9s. Pretty much, again, across the board, Topps Chrome 9s, which is unfortunate because they're really cool cards. It'd be nice to hit some 10s on these. So score, chain reaction, PSA 10, and then of course, again, these score, SP Authentic. Those are so easy. Excalibur Kobe, PSA 10. And honestly, that might be a learning from this, and I'd like to share those at the end here with you guys, is I might stick to easier to grade cards because, oh, here's a finest, nice. Again, Kobe, trend with whatever reason, the finest Kobe's do well. But sending Topps Chrome at $18 or, right now it's $22 just probably doesn't make sense just because of how hard they are to grade. I mean, if you're getting 110 for every 4 cards you're sending, like again Topps Chrome 9, it's probably not worth it. It's just you're gonna lose money every time unless it's for your collection, of course. That's the big part here. It's for your collection, it doesn't really matter. But if if you're trying to do what I'm doing here, which is grade cards, like grade a card like this that I get I have a low cost of entry here, right? That's a couple dollars that I have into that card that I'm out right now. Then I paid for grading. But at the end of the day, you can turn $18 into something like, you know, $50 or $60. And the reason I do this, guys, you know, a lot of people, obviously there's money tied to cards. That's always going to be the case. But for me, it's, you know, if you follow the channel, oh, that's a nice hit. Clear game time, Kobe. Not sure any clue what this would go for, but cool hit. But if you follow the channel, you're aware that I'm a pretty heavy, I guess heavy in the sense of how much I enjoy it, collector of Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. So I go for any refractors that I don't currently have that are low numbered. So that one wouldn't really cut what I like kind of look for. That's just my personal preference. But what I'm getting at here is I like to grade, you know, this kind of stuff because it does deserve to be in a collection, like an old refractor Peyton. In my mind, this should be in someone's collection. I like to grade it, help people acquire those cards, and then nice 8. And then for me, I can go turn around and you know, use this money to go buy more cards for my actual collection, right? And whether that's me buying them raw and grading them, or it's me buying them already graded. So I did see the grade on this one. That's why I'm holding it. I was upset about this one a little bit when I, you know, was again shuffling some of these. PSA 7 really sucks on this one. It's out of 125. That makes 2 out of the 5 that I'm willing to have lower than a PSA 8 for my goals here. So hopefully we can keep that number low, but we're not. Our pace isn't looking good so far. That's a thick card though too, so I kind of get it. You know, that's always going to be tougher, but all right. Cool insert here. I was surprised at how cheap a card like this is, but I think because it's Ultimate Victory. So this is PSA 9. Ultimate Victory, I'm not sure, you guys probably know more than I do, but it seems to me like a pretty low end set from the 90s. Or I guess maybe it's 2000. I didn't see the year on that. Another, of course, SP Authentic. Again, we're having a lot of luck with these. The price, this part that's unfortunate, again, those really are like $50, $60, I'd assume, as a 10. Whereas, again, these Topps Chromes are higher risk, but if you hit 10s, they're big. Like this Yao Ming, you know, of course, PSA 9 here. But first video, we hit a 10 on this, and that's like a $170 card. So that's a big difference between 50 to 170. But obviously, you pay for it, and it being a lot harder to hit. That's the main thing. All right, now SP Authentic Brady here. PSA 9. And like this one too, I mean, I'm seeing it now, right? The squares, I think, show your centering. This one's thinner. These are thicker, like horizontally. So it makes sense. In hindsight, I'm not gonna, you know, I gotta be more picky here, guys. I mean, again, even looking at the back of this card right here, this should never be sent in my mind if I'm trying to hit 10s. I just can't imagine this ever getting a 10. Of course, yeah, PSA 9. Cool card still, right? Kevin Durant right there, Kobe Bryant, cool pairing. But a card like this, and if you're trying to make money, if it's not for your collection, I just cannot imagine hitting those at a high 10 ratio. That's the biggest thing here. Because we're playing the numbers game, right? You know, you're sending cards that you try to hit 10s on when you're grading this cheap of cards. You're not going to send stuff that you don't think can get 10s. Maximum Force, Kobe, a little off center on the back. PSA 9. All right, our SP Authentic Kobe, PSA 9. It's always a bad look when your 9 stack starts to get larger than the camera, but that's okay. Here's a cool one, if I remember right. So this is a 2005. Topps did a throwback design on LeBron. I hit a cool Kobe on the last one here, a similar type of set. Let's see. Yeah, okay, PSA 9. As I say, that Kobe's probably a one-off. It's pretty hard on those kind of cards to get 10s too, but when you do, again, the price point reflects how difficult it is to hit a 10. Cool Topps Brady. So we have a Kobe. These are contenders. Another set that I feel like is pretty easy to grade, but they're hard to find. You don't see these, you know, again, at card shows too much, or I'm sure there's not a ton on eBay. Cool PSA 10 here, though. Next, we have a Kobe Bryant. This is NBA Hoops 300. I think this card's really, really neat. So this is him walking off the floor or out to the floor, I think, for his last game he ever played. A nice PSA 10 hit on that one. Here we have a Peyton Manning. This is the blue refractor, off-centered. Again, Topps Chromes are 9s, right? Let's see. Yep, of course, PSA 9. A really tough one here today, guys, not gonna lie. I still enjoyed showing you the cool cards, but we are up to 2 cards lower than a PSA 8, and our PSA 10 percentage continues to drop. We're now at 33%. However, our final goal, surprisingly, is still on pace, so we're on pace to pay for the order with PSA 10s alone. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.